Jealousy is real. The jealousy is real. And I'm not just talking about the overwhelming jealousy that dump divers in the WNBA feel towards the Roo from Waterloo. I'm starting to wonder, and I mentioned this a couple of weeks ago, I'm starting to wonder if there's a little bit of jealousy, maybe a little bit of resentment that is building towards Angel Reese.
Angel Reese pulled up to the WNBA All-Star Party expecting a throne and left with a reality check. No red carpet, no reverence, just benches, blocks, and a swift bounce. When social media hype ran into actual basketball royalty, the collision was brutal. Icy stares, awkward moments, and undeniable rejection followed. This wasn't an all-star celebration. It was a roast session she didn't see coming.
Reese goes. She finished 5th overall in fan voting, 10th among all voting once you factored in, but only 12th among the media and the players. So the players actually rated Caitlin Clark higher than Angel Reese, which I think is interesting, although certainly it's deserved. But I will say, Angel Reese, Ronnie and I have debated it on the program. Ronnie has been pretty clear that he thinks that she sucks at basketball. I have defended her as having dimensions of her game that are high level. I got to a point here a couple of weeks ago where I was starting to wonder if she actually sucked or not, but she has put together an impressive streak here over her last 4 games.
If I were a WNBA player, I'd be fuming too, but not Caitlin Clark. No. I'd be steaming that Angel Reese is the one snagging magazine covers, sneaker deals, and non-stop media attention. For what, exactly? Sitting on the bench, perfecting the side-eye. If effort to praise ratio were a stat, Reese would be averaging 40 points a night. Meanwhile, the real MVPs grinding year after year can't even land a Gatorade commercial. This isn't jealousy, this is Olympic-level salt.
Well, this is very interesting, and certainly a plot twist from last season. And I'm talking about the mainstream media, the sports media, and their love affair with Angel Reese. Now, we know the media jumped through hoops, gymnastics, mental gymnastics. I mean, however you try to put it, they tried to raise up Angel Reese last year as being, of course, she's running neck and neck with Caitlin Clark for the Rookie of the Year.
Let's be real. Angel Reese is the WNBA's group project friend who shows up late, says one line, and somehow gets credit for the whole PowerPoint, and everyone eats it up. There's this weird celebration of mediocrity, like hustle stats and PR stunts matter more than, actually hitting a jump shot. Forget fundamentals. Just drop a cryptic tweet and suddenly you're a household name.
Problem is, the words from jealous WNBA players do not match up with their actions. They say one thing, and then they go and do another. And I'm starting to wonder if that same jealousy, that same resentment, I'm starting to wonder if it's building towards Angel Reese.
Now it gets really awkward. The whole league is acting like Caitlin Clark waltzed in and spilled all their secrets, like she's the reason nobody's watched their games for the past 20 years. News flash, Clark didn't cause the ratings drought. She just turned on the lights and suddenly everyone noticed the cobwebs. Instead of cleaning up, the WNBA decided to blame the flashlight.
They both impact the game. My teammates are saying Caitlin Clark moves the needle on basketball, right? Versus Angel, who moves the needle on viewership, on interest, on engagement. No one can deny that because she's on McDonald's bags, because she has her own podcast, because she's at the Met Gala, because she's transcending the sport and she's showing girls femininity. My sister don't play basketball, no Angel Reese. My sister don't play basketball, she knows Caitlin Clark too.
Would Angel Reese be on a McDonald's bag if she was not a champion averaging a double-double?
Nah, bro, I don't, you know what, I'm gonna get up because I don't.
So you're saying Angel Reese is
resentment? Thick enough to cut with a double-edged post-game interview. It's like watching background dancers throw a fit because the spotlight isn't on them, except the lead performer actually earned it with record-breaking stats. Not TikTok clout. Not a semi-viral side-eye. But somehow, Angel Reese is treated like the league's darling, while Caitlin Clark is being fouled like it's open season and everyone forgot the rulebook. If I were in that locker room, I wouldn't just be jealous of Clark, I'd be furious. How can someone average single digits and still be crowned the face of the revolution, while Clark gets mauled for being too good? The WNBA's logic did a backflip and landed on its head. Here's the kicker. They know Clark is the only reason the league hasn't been auctioned off to a local rec center. She's putting butts in seats, eyes on screens, and yet instead of a thank you, or at least not body checking her every quarter, they've made her the villain. The outsider. The intruder. The rookie who dared to be popular, talented, and marketable. How dare she?
WNBA All-Star starters were released and people are pissed. This is how votes were cast. 50% was fan vote, 25% was media, and the remaining 25% was current players. One person that was not one of the 10 starters selected, Angel Reese. Now, Angel was actually 5th among frontcourt players in the fan voting, but she didn't even rank inside the top 10 in current player or media voting. The top vote getter was unsurprisingly Caitlin Clark with over 1 point.
They can't admit it, but without Caitlin Clark, the WNBA wouldn't even be on ESPN. It'd be fighting for a spot between cornhole championships and professional axe throwing. But sure, let's keep pretending Angel Reese being unapologetically herself is the league's growth engine. Meanwhile, the only thing growing is how often she gets swatted at the rim. And the interviews? Every time Reese opens her mouth, it's like a motivational speaker collided with a fashion blogger in a blender, and somehow came out dunking on logic. Marketing sorcery. She's racking up more endorsement deals than double-doubles. Somewhere, a veteran player is watching and wondering if she should have focused on building a personal brand instead of perfecting her left-hand layup. The league? It's eating it up. Because it's way easier to digest the story that a white girl from Iowa suddenly fixed decades of marketing failures than the uncomfortable truth about their own longtime mistakes.
17-5, and you may be saying to yourself, well, how many of those 17 rebounds a game are me-bounds? Is she just standing there rebounding at all of her own misses and padding her stats? Only 6 me-bounds in the last 4 games. So even if we discount the me-bounds, she's averaging 16 boards a game over her last 4 games, and she became the first player in WNBA history to put together 4 straight 15-plus rebound games.
Caitlin Clark is the only player dragging the WNBA out of obscurity, one highlight at a time. Without her, sold-out arenas turn back into empty seats and echo chambers. You know what would be poetic? If Clark got tired of being the league's crash test dummy and just packed her bags for Europe. Overseas leagues wouldn't just welcome her. They'd roll out the red carpet, hand her a tax-free contract, and probably name a dessert after her. She'd be dropping 40 a night while sipping espresso in Milan. Clark could walk tomorrow and the media storm would follow her, not the league. She's the storm. And right now, the WNBA is just a leaky umbrella pretending it's in control. Their inability to say, yeah, she's great and we need her, is mind-blowing. Instead, we get coded shade and passive-aggressive fouls. The league has turned into a high school hallway, where popularity is punished unless it fits the exact right mold.